Well, I might have found another traditional name for the Japanese Sasquatch, the Japanese Bigfoot, called Hibagon here in Hiroshima Prefecture. Yamawarawa. Yamawarawa, translated mountain boy. This is how the mountain boy is described. Now, is it pure fairy tale made-up stuff, or is it the truthful, factual reporting of a real, flesh and blood living creature remarkably consistent with our subject here? Well, let's see how it stacks up. Primarily from the Wakan Sansai Zue, 1712, but from modern sources also. The mountain boys live deep in the mountains of Kyushu and other parts of western Japan. They look like children, human children, of about 10 years old. Their whole bodies are covered with long, fine, persimmon brown hair. Persimmon brown, translation, reddish brown or orange brown. They walk upright on two legs and have a language, some kind of language. They are enormously strong, and they sometimes volunteer to help woodcutters. If you are a woodcutter and you give them sake and onigiri rice balls, they will keep coming back again and again and helping out with heavy lifting, moving logs, and other simple but heavy chores. But be warned, if you fail to reward them with a gift, or if you change the gift and give them something other than what they expected, these mountain boys get very angry. And we have presented here a very similar story from way up in northern Japan, Aomori. A farmer and a mountain person had a good thing going. They were best buddies until something happened and the farmer disappeared. The village all moved away, and they gave that place a godforsaken name, Oni Valley or something like that. In Ashikita District, Kumamoto Prefecture, whenever there is a lot of mountain work to be done, the humans have a tradition of calling into the mountains, asking if the mountain boys would like to come and help. That continues today. The mountain boys are said to enjoy wrestling. They are said to be mischievous, and they have been known to enter people's homes without permission and take food. They will also steal woodcutters' unattended lunch boxes, so watch out. They have also been known to shake people's houses, probably bang on them too. Strange noises in the mountains and strange phenomena were attributed to mountain boys, as were the sudden falling of trees. Trees just falling out of nowhere. Trees suddenly falling, snapping and falling, no doubt. Well, if you ask me, and nobody has asked me, I would say that this consistent body of folklore, consistent over a vast area, before modern communication and transportation, comes from the consistent reporting of consistent mountain boy behavior. I would take these mountain boys to be juvenile Hibagon Bigfoot Sasquatch. Small stature, great strength. Curious around humans, they presumably feel some sense of fellow feeling with humans. They have forestry skills, mad skills, language, cooperation, a different set of ethics. It seems they have a set of ethics, just a little bit different. Now, predictably, legendary accretions have grown over this real and believable profile like barnacles on the hull of a boat, covering the hull of a boat. Mountain boys are said to have only one eye. Well, let me speculate how this might have come to be. It's very easy. Few people have ever seen a mountain boy. Vanishingly few people have ever seen one. Everybody depends on repeated tellings and retellings of encounters. Now, somewhere, sometime, some woodcutter came across a one-eyed mountain boy. Knowing these mountain boys as I think I do, he went and got one of his eyes poked out with a stick. Now, perhaps this left him less capable of feeding himself and more apt to go and beg or work for food or steal lunch boxes. His cyclopean injury might make a kindly woodcutter more compassionate. Their resulting relationship would result in more encounters and more reporting of encounters and more retellings. And way back in the towns and cities where the illustrators live, stories of one-eyed mountain boys would especially stick in the memory. And to these people, including these illustrators who never went into the forest and never saw a juvenile Hibagon Bigfoot Sasquatch, and thought of them as yokai, spirits, forest deities, it would be natural to ascribe the single eye to the entire mountain boy genus. The loincloth, that is certainly a human addition for the sake of human modesty and adherence to human laws of publishing and public decency. Never be put off by legendary accretions. If it looks like there's a boat underneath all the barnacles, then there probably is a real boat. You can probably bet on it. There are real mountain boys and girls and mummies and daddies.